In this video, we'll explore the powerful role of salt in spiritual practices. We'll explain its significance in simple terms, so everyone can understand how it can be used effectively and meaningfully. Did you know that there are 3 powerful ways to use salt to break curses and bring blessings into your life? Why did Jesus say, "You are the salt of the earth"? Stay with us until the end to discover the profound meaning behind this, and I promise you'll be amazed by what you learn. First, we must recognize a fundamental truth. Everything was created by God for His purpose. This includes salt, which He made with specific intentions. Nothing in this world exists outside His will. Every element in nature, including salt, was created by God's hand and carries His divine purpose. In the Bible, we read that in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. As a mineral, salt has existed from the very start. The church often overlooks the fact that God gives authority not only to humans, but also to the elements of nature. Fire can consume, water can give life, and salt has the power to preserve and purify. These elements are instruments in the hands of the Almighty. Just as salt preserves food, it also symbolizes the preservation of our faith during trials. I'd like to take a moment to encourage you to share your experiences with salt in the comments. Many people have found comfort and healing through its use. For example, one person experienced a significant change in their life after using salt during prayer. If you've had a positive experience with salt, let us know how it has impacted your life. Your story could inspire others. In ancient times, people believed in the incredible power of salt. It was used to preserve food, season meals, and even served as a form of currency in ancient Rome, which is where the word salary originates. While Jesus often spoke in parables, not everything in the Bible is symbolic. Just as oil, bread, and wine hold sacred roles in Christianity, salt also has a divine purpose. Some people mistakenly think salt is evil because of its association with dark rituals, but this is a deception. Remember, the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. The truth is that God created salt for good, and it has a significant role in spiritual practices. Consider the example of oil. In the Bible, oil was used in sacred rituals, not because it had any supernatural power on its own, but because it was used in obedience to God's commands. The same can be said for salt. When used according to God's will, it becomes a powerful tool. We must not let the enemy steal this truth from us. The Bible mentions salt in both positive and negative contexts. For example, in the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, Lot's wife was turned into a pillar of salt as a punishment for her disobedience. In Leviticus, God commanded the Israelites to season all their grain offerings with salt as a symbol of purification. Salt was also used to establish covenants, symbolizing the lasting and unbreakable nature of those agreements. Why do those who practice dark rituals use salt? It's because they recognize the spiritual significance of this mineral. However, instead of fearing these practices, we should reclaim the true purpose of salt as a tool given to us by God. The covenant of salt is everlasting, and it's time for us to remember and use it as God intended. Salt has 3 main attributes in the spiritual realm. It purifies, establishes covenants, and can be used in acts of justice. We should not fear those who misuse salt for evil purposes. Instead, we should embrace its true power and use it to bring blessings and protection into our lives. If you believe in the power of salt as a tool given by God, I encourage you to use it in your spiritual practices with faith and reverence. As Jesus said, "You are the salt of the earth." Let us not lose our saltiness, but instead use this powerful element for the glory of God.